just taking out the garbage. Where you been?
Shit, man, I've been taking care of these motherfuckers.
Oh, damn.
Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends, they can watch it go down. I got mine too, so welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. This is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house. So welcome to my house. Stand up for mine. You better believe it, cause today won't be your day. I can guarantee it, you should turn and walk away and get to leaving, or I'll let this 12 gauge do all my speaking. Don't push me on the edge, boy. Cause I'm aiming for your head, boy. And all I see is red, boy. I told you not to cross that line. I'm giving you a chance, boy. You see the devil in a glance, boy. So I can knock you out your pants, boy. I told you not to fuck with mine. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy, Lord have mercy. Y'all was coming in, and now you're backing out. It's hard to talk big with a shotgun in your mouth. I'm glad you brought your friends, they can watch it go down. I got mine too, so welcome to my house. Cause these are my people, and this is my land. And this is what we pray for, and this is God's plan. And if you ain't from here, then you won't understand. This is my country, and this is who I am. So welcome to my house.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to UltimateDirtTV for the UMP Rumble round number 2 here at the JSI Racing League. And Brett Wheeler coming to you live from the virtual Eldora Speedway. Let's take a look at your qualifying results on screen. Damon Mush goes quick time, Mitchell Clark second, Joel Berkeley third, Daniel Boyd fourth, and Harry Stewart will round out your top 5. We'll see 4 heat races on the program. Top 4 to the main event, then we'll have 2 13-lap B mains where we'll take the top 4 and make it a 24 car field. 30, I think it was 38 or 39 drivers signed into the pit area. We get set for heat race number 1. And Damon Mush will line up from position number 1. Harry Stewart will start from position number 2. Jacob Croker will start from position number 3. Position number 4, Jared Wollstonecroft. Position number 5, it'll be Russell Bonzi. Kai Walters out of position number 6. Drew Fenton lines up position number 7. Justin Wright out of position number 8. Jason Carbon lines up out of position number 9. And Benjamin Harris will start from position number 10. Ten laps the distance. Top 4 to the main event. 35 lap distance main event. Maximum of 4 yellows. So Mush in that 36 machine. Stewart in the 11. And you go back to the 15 of Jacob Croker, Jared Wollstonecroft. I wonder if he knows how to get around the Eldora Speedway. Set for a start. Green flag off turn number 4. Damon Mush, Harry Stewart. Green flag. They come to the stripe. With Jacob Croker looking on the inside there on Damon Mush. Going to make a 3 wide as Stewart drives around the outside. Down the back straightaway. Wollstonecroft to the outside. Look at this 2 by 3 right now. Bonzi, Kai Walters, 3 wide along with Wollstonecroft on the outside. 3 wide into 3 into 1 and 2. Sorry. 4 positions, 3, 4, and 5, and Wollstonecroft slots into position number 3, goes to the middle of the racetrack. Stewart goes up top, as does Damon Mush, and Damon Mush, quickest qualifier this evening here in the UMP Modifieds, getting a little tight there. Through 1 and 2, lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 positions. Make that 7, Damon Mush. On the wrong end of that one, but Jared Wollstonecroft. Now into position number 2. Got some heavy pressure by the 15 machine of Jacob Croker. Croker. That Goldwyn tire exhaust center. Number 15 drives it down to the inside into turns 3. Slides up in front of Wollstonecroft. Wollstonecroft back to the inside. Good battle for the minor placings right now. Here comes the 46 of Kai Walters. Going to turn the 15 of Croker. Croker saves it. Benjamin Harris moves into position 4. Look out. Bonzi getting tagged by Mush as well. Oh, it is all happening here at Eldora. For the UMP Rumble, Stewart, your race leader in the United Sim Sports number 11 machine. Six down and 4 remaining here at Eldora. Heat race number 1. Wollstonecroft and Waters nose to tail on the top side of the racetrack. Walters just a little higher up than what Wollstonecroft is, but Wollstonecroft doing enough for the moment. Here comes Waters down to the inside looking for the second spot on the racetrack. Tries for the slide job, makes a little bit of contact. And Wollstonecroft just going to gather his thoughts back up, and now he'll resume the race in 3rd position. He's got a transfer spot at the moment. Here comes Damon Mush with 2 to run, trying to catch up to Benjamin Harris. That'll be the battle for positions 4 and 5. Mush does not have much time left in this one, as the white flag is out. 1 to run for your race leader of Harry Stewart. Slide job by Mush into 1 and 2. Harris back to the inside into 3. Out of turn 4, we'll see Harry Stewart win. Second go to Kai Walters, Joe Wollstonecroft. 3rd, Benjamin Harris. 4th. 5th is going to be Damon Mush. Clicked on the wrong camera. So heat 1 is in the books. Again, 4 heat races on the program. Harry Stewart wins from Kai Walters in second. Jared Wollstonecroft third. Benjamin Harris fourth. Those 4 drivers directly to tonight's 35-lap main event. Damon Mush fifth. Jacob Croker, Jason Carbon, Drew Fenton, Russell Bonzi, and Justin Wright all going to one of 2 B mains. Heat race number 2 will see Mitchell Clark pilot the 00 machine from position number 1. Position number 2 will be the 5 entry of Tyler Strilo. Blake Hancock will start out of position number 3. Mark Scott lines up out of position number 4. He's allowed to race with the boys. He's back on the computer, on the PC, in the 71 machine. Matthew Hurd, he'll start position number 5. Lloyd Bowden in the HSV Sim Labs entry, he'll start position number 6. Leo Heaton will drive out of position number 7. Kyron Redpath lines up out of position number 8. Darryl Kirk out of position number 9. And Jason Crawford for JSI Racing will start position number 10. So positions 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 will find themselves going to B main number 1. Heats 3 and 4. Drivers that finish outside the top 4, they will find themselves in B main number 2. And again, we'll start to eliminate some cars once we get to the first of our 2 last chance qualifiers. Mitchell Clark in the 0D machine starts on the inside of that Dryden number 51 machine of Tyler Stralo. Blake Hancock in the number 9 machine, and Mark Scott on the outside of row 2 in that 04 machine. We are set for a start. Looks like we're going to go around one more time. Not sure why the green flag isn't out, because the pace car is still on the circuit. Alright, there we go. Pace truck is in now. There we go. Green flag is out. We are underway in tonight's second heat race of the night. Strahler looking to get a run on the outside through 1 and 2. We'll get the run. We'll get the lean down the back straightaway from Mitchell Clark, who now slots into position number 2, and he was second fastest in qualifying tonight. Here comes Clark, driving it down low, down into 1, slides up to the cushion, nearly having a piece of the concrete wall that does not move. Strahler back to the inside. This time it's Strahler to throw a big slider on Mitchell Clark, and now here comes Clark back to the inside. This is your race off turn 4, down into 1 for the race lead. 2 laps in, 8 to run. Strahler fights back on the bottom side out of turn 2. Clark drives away from Strahler. Strahler through the middle, slides it up to the cushion. But right now, where you want to be is you want to be on the cushion, and Matthew Hurd all over the back of Blake Hancock into turn number 1 and 2. Hancock running a lane off the wall. Strahler into the wall, not once, twice, but 3 times. Hurd now slides up. Strahler back to position 4. Leo Heaton in 5th. Jason Crawford now takes over position number 5. Crawford probably needs to get to the cushion if he wants to get a direct transfer spot in tonight's main event. Hurd again applying the pressure to Blake Hancock. Here comes Crawford. Strahler into the wall, not once but twice again. Slide job by Hurd on Hancock. Hancock turns it back underneath him. Good battle for positions 2 and 3. Crawford nearly copping a slide job there by Strahler, but Strahler thought better of it. And Boyd Bowden in that number 26 machine now rails the cushion through 1 and 2. Slight tap of the concrete wall around the outside on Strahler. Hancock and Crawford, they're 2 by 2 with Strahler. Oh, look out, Hancock in the wall, 3 wide, look out, they're rubbing, they're beating and banging each other down through 1. Who's going to get the advantage out of turn 2? They're 4 wide, oh my! And the winner of that one happens to be Boyd Bowden in the 26 machine. 2 laps to run for your race leader of Mitchell Clark. Driving the 0D machine. White flaggers out in your top 4. Just seem to have spread themselves out just a little bit. But for your final time into turns 3 and 4, making the 2 final left-hand turns here at the Eldora Speedway. Mitchell Clark will win. Second will go to Matthew Hurd. Third of the line is going to be Jason Crawford. And Boyd Bowden will come home in position number 4. Those 4 drivers transferring directly to your 35 lap main event. 5 on back. So your top 4, Mitchell Clark, Matthew Hurd, Jason Crawford and Boyd Bowden. 5 on back, Scott, Heaton, Stralo, Redpath, Kirk and Hancock. They are all going to B main number 1. Heat race number 3, Joel Berkeley, the winner of the 360 Sprint Car Series at the Lion Motorsports Park just about half hour ago. We'll start from position number 1. Jeez, I tell you what, there's some heavy hitters in this one because, put it this way, your top 3 finishes from the Sprint Cars plus your hard charger all find themselves in heat number 3. Joel Berkeley will start position number 1, Braith Carlin from position number 2, Joshua Walton position 3, Shannon Blackburn position number 4. Warwick Taylor, position number 5. Position number 6, Caleb Mills. Trent Humphreys out of position number 7. Kobe Wright, position number 8. Jason Stewart, position number 9. And Lewis Clark out of position number 10. Oh dear. We're going to call him Joel Deere. Driving the John Deere number 17 machine. I'm happy to say, Joshua Walton, that paint job looks a whole lot better than what we had last week, buddy. Now, if we could only get that fella at CT Designs to whip up some UMP paints, that would be absolutely brilliant. 10 laps of distance. Top 4 going to the main event. You want to be on the cushion. We'll see where these drivers go. Berkeley and Walton. They'll go side by side, but right back through the middle goes Braith Carlin. Carlin gets by Walton. Now comes after Berkeley into turn number 3. Nearly 3 wide again. Carlin goes to the bottom. Not going to take the race lead because Joel Berkeley goes back to the number 1 position. But Carlin slides up. Berkeley turns it back underneath him. And now Josh Walton. 3-car battle for the top 3 positions. Walton, slide job on Carlin. Carlin into the concrete, into the fence. Taylor and Humphreys, they go at it side by side for positions 4 and 5. As now Taylor moves up to position number 3, relegating the 09 of Braith Carlin back to position 4. Lewis Clark now, he's on the charge as well. Carlin with a move back down the inside of Warwick Taylor. Here comes Kobe Wright in that 51 machine, 1 spot out of a transfer spot. Lewis Clark ripping the lip in the Track Tech 111 machine. He's looking to drive from the back from position number 10 into a transfer position. Meanwhile, back up front in the John Deere, or the Joel Deere number 17 machine. Joel Berkeley leads from Joshua Walton, Braith Carlin 1, 2 and 3. And Lewis Clark slots into position number 4. Making it look easy right now. Car into the wall. That's Kobe Wright in the 51 machine. Warwick Taylor now on the outside looking in. Will be starting pole of B main number 2. But as we're already crossed the half race distance in heat number 3. Again, only 4 heat races on the program. Joel Berkeley continues to lead the way. Walton in second. Third is Carlin. Carlin driving it down to the bottom in turn 3, getting a run right now on Walton. Interesting to know that we take a look at the last lap times by. You can see Joel Berkeley, he is a tenth to 2/10 quicker. Lewis Clark, second quickest car on the racetrack at the moment. But right now Walton, he's a tenth slower, almost a tenth slower than Braith Carlin. We've got 2 to run. Berkeley, geez, he's really consistent on the top side. 17.06.9, 2 laps to go, and 17.066 on the previous lap. We come into 3 out of 4. The Joel Deere number 17 machine of Joel Berkeley will find himself just what is now 2 left-hand turns through turns 3 and 4. For the final time, heat number 3 is about to be wrapped up. Berkeley into the fence. He's got a big enough gap. It won't matter him. Joel Berkeley wins. Second, I go to Joshua Walton. Braith Carlin in third. Lewis Clark in fourth. Good drive by Lewis Clark on that one. Take a look at your official results here in about 5. Make that 3 seconds time. 3, 2, 1. The UMP Rumble, heat number 3, Joel Berkeley, Joshua Walton, Braith Carlin, and Lewis Clark, your top 4. Warwick Taylor, Caleb Mills, Trent Humphreys, Kobe Wright, Shannon Blackburn, and Jason Stewart, your top 10. Your 4th and final heat race of the evening. Daniel Boyd will start from position number 1. Daniel Cassidy for JSI Racing. That's going to be an aggressive driver in that one. He'll start position at number 2. Craig Plater lines up at a position at number 3. David Clifford out of position at number 4. Position number 5, it's Luke Johnson for JSI Racing. Sam Derrico, position number 6. Your final 3 starters happen to be from JSI, so they make up a proportion of this one. 2/3 of the field for JSI. Jason Burke will start position number 7. William Pilot lines up position number 8, and Ash Hammond out of position number 9. So Boyd, Clifford, and Derrico. Are the 3 drivers not affiliated with the JSI Racing team. But we are set for a start here. Your 4th and final heat race of the night before we move into 2 preliminary main events. There'll be 13 laps in distance with the top 4 going through, but we've got to get through one final 10 lap heat race. And Daniel Cassidy very aggressive on the start. Plater on the inside makes it 3 wide, and Daniel Boyd, oh boy, he is right in the middle of the JSI sandwich. Plater slides up in front of Boyd, but leaves the lane on the top side. Boyd back to the inside. Look at Johnson. Tags the back of Plater. 1, 2, 3. Now here comes Crawford. Sorry, Burke through the middle there. The 55 of Pilot. He's now challenging his teammate Jason Burke for the 4th and final transfer spot. Oh boy, Ash Hammond, he really got tight in the middle of 3 and 4. Challenge for the race lead. Cassidy on the outside, Boyd on the inside in the 79. Cassidy in the aggressive 24 machine. Continuing to lead the way here in the 4th and final heat race of the night. Burke, here comes Plater. Plater, slide job on Burke into 1 and 2. Burke back to the inside. Burke back to position 4 by half for Carling. Plater goes to the cushion, drives it down the racetrack. What a battle for positions 4 and 5. Luke Johnson back there in 6. Slide job threading the needle goes Plater. Tucked in behind David Clifford, and right across the snoot of the 74 machine of Jason Burke. Oh, Berkey, look out. He's got to go on the outside. It's the 39 of David Clifford. And here comes Plater halfway home. 5 down, 5 to run. Oh boy, slide job by Burke on Clifford. What a perfection. What a perfection slide job that was. Cassidy continues to lead the way from Daniel Boyd. Cassidy into the wall. He came down the racetrack. Boyd took evasive action, drove it down to the bottom, so they made a little contact. Daniel Boyd, your new race leader, with just 3 laps remaining. But here comes Cassidy with a move into 1. Out of 2. Boyd back to the inside. Boyd back to the race lead. Cassidy again going to drive it deep into 3 and 4. And Boyd caught the wall. Cassidy nowhere to go on that one. And here comes Plater. If they're not too careful, Oh, Platzi's going to steal one away from him here. He's really driving the wheels off the 15 machine. He's driving for everything that it is worth. No, you'll like that one. Ha ha. White flag is out, 1 to run for Daniel Cassidy in the aggressive 24 for JSI Racing. Into 3, Boyd again, trying to move on. Cassidy not going to have enough. Daniel Cassidy wins heat number 4. Daniel Boyd second, Craig Payne to third. Jason Burke hits the 4th and final transfer spot. 5th will go to David Clifford, Luke Johnson, Ash Hammond, William Pilot and Sam Derrico. Round out your final drivers in heat number 4. Your results coming up on your screen. Cassidy, Boyd, Plater and Burke, your top 4. Clifford, Johnson, Hammond, Pilot and Derrico will find themselves in B main number 2. Let's take a look at your UltimateDirtTV starting grid, and just to confirm that it is going to be 13 laps in distance, and the top 4 will move on to tonight's main event. Who's going to go to victory lane this evening? We're not too far away from finding that out. We're about, what are we, 13, 26 and 31, 61 laps away from that happening. In fact, 67 if you count the 2 pace laps for the 2 B mains plus the feature event. Damon Mush will line up alongside Warwick Taylor in row number 1. Row 2 going to be Jacob Croker and Caleb Mills. Row 3 Jason Carbon and Trent Humphreys. Row 4 Drew Fenton, Kobe Wright. Russell Bonzi, Shannon Blackburn, row 5, and Justin Wright in row 6 by himself. Eleven cars for transfer positions on the line. And the green flag is out. We are underway. In B main number 1, Warwick Taylor got the jump. Mush back in second. Croker third. Caleb Mills in 4th position right now. Carbon in the 21 machine just rolls the bottom side of the racetrack. Lap 1 of 13 is in the books. Croker tries it down low to the middle of the racetrack. He goes. Meanwhile, new race leader momentarily. Damon Mush and Warwick Taylor. Taylor on the outside. Mush with a slide job into turns 3 and 4. Croker goes right back through the middle. Here comes Caleb Mills. Back to the top spot. Trying to get it back into the top 3. Trying to find himself a better starting position. Mills just tagged the back of Taylor and Drew Fenton now. The 08 machine finds his way into that 4th and final transfer position. Croker trying to rally the troops, trying to gather his thoughts back up. 3 down and 10 remaining, make it 9 remaining. So we are really starting to move through this field. As we continue to tick the laps off in B main number 1. Again, 13 laps of distance, top 4 going through. Drew Fenton right on the bubble at the moment. The 51 of Kobe Wright on the top side, getting a piece of the concrete wall. Russell Bonzi, Justin Wright, Jason Carbon, all those 3 drivers already out of tonight's B main. So we'll see those drivers next week for another round of the 360 Sprint Cars and the UMP Rumble. Right now, David Mush, your race leader from Jacob Croak and the Golden Tire Exhaust Center number 15 machine. You got the fastest camel. Oh, Caleb Mills in position at number 3. Mills continues to run the cushion through 1 and 2. 5, make that 4 to go. Next time by for your race leader, Damon Mush, who has absolutely left everybody in the dust of that 36 machine. And he's coming up to Shannon Blackburn to put him a lap down in the number 29 machine. Mills to the outside on Croker. Croker slips back to position 3. Meanwhile, Kobe Wright has gotten by Drew Fenton, and Kobe Wright is on the move in the 51 machine. 3 remaining for your race leader right now of Damon Mush, laps 11, 12 and 13. And Damon Mush closing in on Shannon Blackburn, the lap car in 8th position. Blackburn just going to roll the bottom side of the racetrack through turn number 1 and 2. There goes Mush to the outside, a lap and a half to go from transferring directly into tonight, or transferring from the B main into the main event. The white flag will start position 17, because we've got 17, 19, 21 and 23 on the line. Down into turn number 3 and 4. B main number 1, the first of 2. Last chance qualifiers. Damon Mush gets the job done. Second, a bit of daylight, but it'll be Jacob Croker getting second. Caleb Mills third. And Kobe Wright will get the 4th and final transfer position. 5, 6, 7 there between Fenton, Humphries and Taylor. Man, oh man, that was some tight finishing. Your B main number 1 results: Mush, Croker, Mills and Kobe Wright getting your 4 transfer positions. 17, 19, 21 and 23 starting positions. Unfortunately for 5 all the way through to position number 11, well, there will be no more racing here at JSI Racing for tonight for those drivers. So we'll look forward to having those guys back next week as we get set for B main number 2. Mark Scott 1 up out of position number 1. David Clifford will start from position number 2. Leo Heaton alongside Luke Johnson out of positions 3 and 4. Tyler Strilo and Ash Hammond will start positions 5 and 6. Kyle Redpath 7th. William Pilot in position number 8. Position number 9 will be Darryl Kirk, and 10th will be Sam Derrico. And we go back to Blake Hancock alongside Jason Stewart out of positions 11 and 12. So this is the last chance showdown, B main number 2. We've certainly seen some tight racing here at the Eldora Speedway. Don't forget, we've still got a 35 lap main event to come after this 13 lap B main. This is B main number 2. So this is the drivers that finished 5th through to 10th in heats 3 and 4. Of course, heat 3 on the inside, heat 4 on the outside, and we are ready to go racing in B main number 2. Mark Scott, David Clifford down into 1 and 2. Heaton, Stralo rolling the bottom side of the racetrack. Johnson on the outside. Oh, trying to show everybody that he's got a big Johnson. He's not afraid to run the course. Not afraid to put it upstairs. And you see that 76 machine into position number 3. Stralo in second. Mark Scott, your race leader. David Clifford in that 4th and final transfer position. Johnson to the outside on Stralo. Stralo not afraid to roll the bottom side. Heaton, there might have been some contact there with Blake Hancock, but Leo Heaton kept it going. Stralo on the inside now on Scott. And here comes Johnson. Rails the cushion. He's putting her up top. Top's up here, bud, and he's just letting us sing. And Heaton clutch and claw his way to the number 1 position. Johnson to the race lead after 3 down with 10 remaining. Scott and David Clifford battling it out with Tyler Strilo for positions 2, 3 and 4 at the moment. Blake Hancock in the 9 machine. Probably the only car at this stage that could maybe upset positions 2, 3 or 4. Should something happen to these drivers as they continue to battle it out. Here comes the 39 of Clifford getting a run on Stralo into turns 3. Cut back line in effect here by the 39 machine of David Clifford. Slides it to the cushion, not quite. Drives it back down to the middle of the racetrack on the exit of turn number 2. Here comes Blake Hancock as well. Hancock tried to make something happen into turns 3. 6 down, 7 remaining. Here at the virtual Eldora Speedway. Hancock now looking to move into position 4. Stralo's got some company. Stralo probably needs to get off the bottom side of the racetrack if he wants to make it into tonight's main event. Meanwhile, Luke Johnson, a stellar drive at the moment. 7 down, 6 remaining. He started outside row number 2. Took him 3 laps to get to the race lead. And let's hope that Luke Johnson can continue to lead this field in B main number 2 for the next 5 laps. Stralo all over the cushion, all over the concrete wall through 1 and 2. Gets a run now, ducks down to the inside. Slide job on Clifford. Here comes Hancock. Clifford back to the inside. 3 wide momentarily, 2 wide between Stralo and Clifford. Clifford with a slide job into 1 and 2. Oh my, Stralo back to the inside. 3.5 to go. Here comes Hancock. Clifford got all out of shape. 1 car, that was Jason Stewart. That could have been disastrous for the top 5 because there's nothing in it between 1st and 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th. 3 to go. Hancock has relegated David Clifford to a trailer. If he finishes position number 5, David Clifford will be very, very disappointed that he did not make the show, considering that he would be now 1 spot out. Meanwhile, a lap and a half to run, showing and proving why he is worth the price of admission here tonight. The 76 of Johnson, Luke Johnson, your race leader. White flag is out. Here comes Mark Scott with 1 large ditch effort down the back straightaway. He will stay in line behind the 76 machine, and Luke Johnson going to charge and storm his way to the main event via a B main victory. Well done, Luke Johnson, on the B main win. 2nd will go to Mark Scott. 3rd at the line will be Tyler Stralo. Blake Hancock in 4th position. Those 4 drivers, they continue on. They will get to race for another 35 laps around the Eldora Speedway. Let's take a look at those results. Luke Johnson, your winner. Mark Scott, 2nd. Tyler Stralo, 3rd. And Blake Hancock in 4th. 5th on back, 5th through to 12th. Unfortunately, they will take no further racing in tonight's UMP Rumble here at the Eldora Speedway. Let's take a look at your feature starting grid. We'll go from the back to the front for tonight's 35 lap main event. Blake Hancock starts position number 24. Position number 23, it's Kobe Wright. Your 22nd starter will be Tyler Stralo. Your 21st starter will be Caleb Mills. At a position number 20, it's Mark Scott. Position number 19, Jacob Croker. Position 18 and 17, B main number 2 and number 1 winner, Luke Johnson. Winner of B main number 2 starts 18. B main number 1 winner of David Mush starts position at number 17. Position number 16, Jason Burke. Position number 15, Lewis Clark. Position number 14, it's Boyd Bowden. Position number 13, it's Benjamin Harris. Position number 12, Craig Plater. Position number 11 is Braith Carlin. Jason Crawford out of position number 10. Jared Wollstonecroft out of position number 9. Position number 8, Daniel Boyd. Position number 7 of Joshua Walton. Position number 6, Matthew Hurd. Position number 5, Kai Walters. Position number 4, Daniel Cassidy. Position number 3, Joel Berkeley. Your front row for tonight's main event. Outside your front row, Mitchell Clark starts position number 2. And starting from pole position, the United Sim Sports number 11. That is Harry Stewart. So Braith Carlin did not make the call. He was scheduled to line up at a position 11, so that moves the inside row up. 35 laps on the board. Round number 2 of the UMP Rumble here at Eldora. And we are green. And an aggressive start by Daniel Cassidy. Slides up, catches the left front there. Oh, Mitchell Clark, Stewart into the wall. Cassidy, oh, they're caught together. We keep it going on lap number 1. The Joel Deere, number 17 of Joel Berkeley. Leads from Joshua Walton. Rolls the bottom side of the racetrack. Kai Walters in third position. Now going to move back to position number 2 because Walton, he's left the top side of the racetrack. A lane open up there and Walters took full advantage. Cassidy slides up in front of Clark. Clark turns it back down to the middle of the racetrack. We go down the back straightaway. Slide job by Walton. Walton going to complete the slider. Here comes Walters back to the inside of Walton. And Clark and Cassidy go side by side. So it's the W's and C's. So Walton and Walters, Cassidy and Clark. Meanwhile, Berkeley's all alone at the moment, out in front. Oh boy, Cassidy nearly to the left rear quarter pedal there on Kai Walters. Cassidy with a move, an aggressive move on Walters, but unable to make the pass. Here comes Daniel Boyd. Lewis Clark in the mix as well. Oh my, you just love to see this type of racing. 2 and 3 wide, slide jobs galore. They're eating the fence, eating the cushion. You got drivers digging on the bottom, digging it cheap and digging it low. Digging deep and selling cheap. Berkeley is out to a 2.5 second lead as Walters tries to move there on Walton. 2.7 seconds. Joel Berkeley has over the rest of the field. Walton in second. Walters in third. Cassidy in fourth. Daniel Boyd in fifth. Stewart climbing his way back to position at number 6. Matthew Hurt, Mitchell Clark, Damon Mush, and Jason Burke. Damon Mush already up 8 spots after what is now 8 laps completed, so he's passed the car a lap on average. Jason Burke, he's up 6 spots, he's up to 10th. Blake Hancock from 24th up to 10th, he's picked up 10 spots as well. So the top 3 have just spread themselves out a bit. Harry Stewart there on the 11 machine started on pole. Getting a run now on Daniel Boyd down into turns 1 and 2. Walters and Cassidy, they go side by side, and there was some slide jobs being thrown by Cassidy. Walters quickly turned it back underneath, and we are on lap number 11 right now, so 10 down and 25 to go. Slide job by Stewart there on Daniel Boyd, and there is our first yellow of the evening. This might be Jacob Croker here in the 15 machine. Oh, that in fact all started here with, I believe, Boyd Bowden in the number 26 machine. What's up, Kevin? How are you, buddy? Let's go back a little further, shall we? Because this looks like it might occur about here. Johnson slides up and nowhere to go for Bowden. They just hook down the back straight away. Scott comes in, Mills gets through, and the rest is all she wrote. So Kobe Wright done, Boyd Bowden back to the pit area. And we are about to come back to the green flag here at the Lumberland Motorsports Park. Berkeley, Walton, they finished first and third in the 360 sprint cars at the Lumberland Motorsports Park. They'll look to repeat a podium. Berkeley looking for the sweep here on the JSI Sunday night. You're home for sim racing on Sunday evenings. Oh, Walton getting shuffled back. Here comes Stewart now with a run. Cut down line for Harry Stewart. Getting by Josh Walton. Harry Stewart back to position 3. Kai Walters all over the nose of Josh Walton there. Daniel Cassidy slides into a podium position. Walton fights back, and look at this, 4 wide down the back straightaway. Boyd thought better of it. Daniel Boyd, a smart drive. He backed out of it. Holy cow, Lewis Clark trying to make a run for it as well. Where do you look? There is battles and action aplenty all over the racetrack. Walton and Walters. Still, they resume their battle. This time it's for positions 4 and 5 as Harry Stewart. He's made his way to position number 2. And he's driven away from Daniel Cassidy. If anyone's going to run down Joel Berkeley, it might just be Harry Stewart. He's got a 1.2 second differential. Oh no, Matty Hurd on the inside. Look out, there is carnage in turns 3 and 4. Wow, I don't know if we're going to dissect this one. So back a little further up here with Walters and Walton. So there's the 46 machine. Yes. Well, Walton gets into the back of him. And this is where Carnage just ensured. Second yellow of the evening in tonight's main event. 15 as it stands. Make it 14 to go. Kevin, thank you very much, buddy, for those 200 stars. Appreciate the support here on UltimateDirtTV. We thank you for joining us here on a Sunday evening or Sunday morning over in the United States, and we certainly appreciate you sending us 200 stars. Green flag is back out. Joel Berkeley, your race leader. Daniel Cassidy with a good start there. Slides up. Stewart turns it back through the middle. Walters on the inside. Here comes Lewis Clark, and Lewis Clark trying to take position 3 away from Cassidy. Cassidy rolls the cushion through 3 and 4. Here comes Matty Hurd. No doubt he'll be wanting to get the official lubricant of JSI Racing Penrite. Oh, Walters and Hurd come together. Look at them, they're beating and banging down the back straight away. And this time everybody going to do their job and stay off each other. Holy cow, 4 and 5 wide of the front straight away. Walters and Hurd together again. 2 by 2. Crawford now. Tell you what, he's been absolutely phenomenal in the opening couple of weeks here of the UMP Rumble. Clark and Cassidy. Clark up to position 3. He started 15th and still not the hardest charger so far. 25 down and 10 to run for Joel Berkeley. 7/10 of a second lead over Harry Stewart. And Stewart so far is at this stage been the only man that has been able to run down Joel Berkeley. Lewis Clark, he's throwing everything including the kitchen sink. Kevin, they were insane. Slide job by Crawford on Walton. Walton's seen it coming. Crawford back to 6. Walton back to position 5 and coming after Daniel Cassidy in 4th position. Walton, Cassidy side by side through 1, out of 2, give it back to Daniel Cassidy. Walton not afraid to take the gloves off. We've got 7 remaining here at Eldora. Lewis Clark catching up to Harry Stewart. Stewart has lost touch to Joel Berkeley. So maybe Lewis Clark, maybe he's got something for Joel Berkeley late in this one. Boy, I tell you what, wouldn't this be a story to tell if Lewis Clark was able to come from 15th and run down Joel Berkeley. Clark and Stewart, Clark in the 111, Stewart in the 11, Stewart with a slide job on Clark. Clark turns it back underneath as these two guys trade sliders. They're allowing Berkeley to drive away from them. Stewart back to the inside. What a slide job by Stewart. Pinpoint if you don't mind. But Lewis Clark just as good with the crossover. 4 laps remaining. It is now 3/4. Make that 7/10 of a second. Joel Berkeley, he might be starting to feel the punch here because Lewis Clark is a man on a mission right now. Berkeley and Clark. If Clark gets to him, there will not be many opportunities to make it stick. He needs to force Berkeley into a mistake. But the mistake may have just happened there for Lewis Clark because the popsicle sticks are about to fly. Again, lap traffic coming into play late in this one. Deja vu for your top 2. Through 1 and 2. Berkeley in the 17. 4/10 of a second. It's getting smaller. It's getting smaller. That's what she said. White flag is out. 1 to run for Berkeley. He has ran the perfect race so far. No! Lap cars have just cost Joel Berkeley a win here at Eldora. And can you believe it? Lewis Clark is going to go to victory lane. Stewart and Berkeley had a drag race to the finish. Let's take a look at what happened here on the final lap. So this is the incident. Mills and Croker. He was through the middle of the racetrack. Oh my. Can you believe it? Your official results coming up on screen. Lewis Clark gets the win ahead of Harry Stewart in 2nd. 3rd, Joel Berkeley. Mitchell Clark in 4th. Daniel Cassidy 5th. 6th, Joshua Walton. Jason Crawford 7th. 8th, Kai Walters. 9th, Daniel Boyd. Rounding out your top 10, Craig Plater. Matthew Hurd in position number 11. 12th is going to be Damon Mush. Jason Burke 13th. 14th, Jared Wollstonecroft. 15th, Blake Hancock. Mark Scott 16th. 17th, Jacob Croker. 18th, Benjamin Harris. 19th, Tyler Stralo. Caleb Mills. 20th, Braith Carlin. Luke Johnson, Boyd Bowden, and Kobe Wright. 24. Wow. I have no words, and I'm sure he's going to be absolutely filthy about what happened here this evening. But to come home in 2nd place here tonight and one that got away. Joel Berkeley, this is probably not the conversation you'd like to have, but why? Well, you can explain this. Why were you through the middle of the racetrack?
Well, see, I was on entry to the top and I seen cars wrecking like a bunch of idiots, and on my screen they were at top when they were wrecking, so I thought, oh, I might go down low and try and miss it. And nope, just get caught up with clowns doing what they do, and yeah, good way to lose a race.
Man,
good reason. Reminds me of why I haven't been racing.
Now, it certainly sucks that you pretty much put 35 perfect laps or 34 and a half perfect laps together only to sort of get taken away. But man, I tell you what, this racetrack was pretty slick. It sort of got one lane on the top side, but man, you wouldn't have known behind you, man. Those guys were really battling it out. But You sort of had the easy job up until those last sort of 5 laps where Lewis Clark was catching you.
Yeah, I was up top trying to, you had to pretty much be on the wall like any other car at Eldora, and just kept buggering up, and finally them last couple of laps I actually entered that little bit lower and got it sorted, but got caught up with stupidity again, isn't it?
Well, again, before we let you go, of course, sponsors, shout out to all that good stuff, buddy, who makes this happen for you in a third place run here tonight.
Yeah, look, massive thanks to the guys at Slick Sim for all they do. Yourself for broadcasting, brand, the team at JSI for all they do, and I don't know, might be back next week, but bit pointless.
All right, Joel Berkeley home in third place. Home in second place here tonight, it's going to be Harry Stewart. And Harry, congratulations on second place. And, well, that was an up and down race for you. You had a little bit of a bad luck there at the start, but you rallied back and you come over the second place finish.
Yeah, thanks. I sort of stood on it that first corner. Haven't done as many laps as I have in the other cars compared to the UMP, so I didn't quite know where the end of the car was and just clipped the wall, and then everyone was so close, I got hit and went to I think it was like mid-pack and made my way through again, but congrats to Lewis. He was fast. I was trying to just keep him as close as I could with me so Joel could maybe get away, and
We've had the update for the UMPs for probably 2.5 seasons now. How have you found the adjustment on running the UMPs to what you may have previously ran?
Oh, to be honest, I've probably most I've raced the UMP. I think I did one league beforehand on the old time model, so it's probably the most laps I've ever done. So I wasn't really comparing it to anything. It was just sort of how they were, and what I can remember, I think they still drive pretty similar on them big tracks where you just bang it off the fence.
All right, well, congratulations on second place. Before we let you go, of course, sponsor shouts, all that good stuff. Who makes this happen for you?
Just everyone at United Sim Sports, KCLD Cleaning, West End Mazda, Titan Garages, Natrad Radiators and Auto, Harrop Engineering, JR Productions and Media, and Too Easy Finance.
All right, there we go. Harry Stewart there, home in second place. Now, again, we are still awaiting the arrival of our first place finisher, but I don't think it is going to happen. We are going to give him just a few more moments to try and get in here, but as it stands, Lewis Clark has officially, well, he got the win anyway, regardless, because he was the first one across the start-finish line, and Joel Berkeley, who unfortunately had some horrible luck there on the final lap, but that is unfortunately a part of racing. But not to take away from the fact that we've seen some fantastic racing here at the Eldora Speedway. But congratulations to Lewis Clark, who picks up the win here tonight from position 15. Comes away with tonight's hard charger as well, and also the race win. So he backs up a second place finish from his Limaland 360 sprint car race a few moments ago. But again, a big thank you to, of course, Cabcoat, JSI Racing, Cabworks, and all the team here at JSI for putting on these weekly events. Cabworks Kitchens it is, for putting on this wonderful Sunday night event. We are bringing all the action each and every Sunday night from about 7:30 Eastern, live on Facebook and YouTube. And a big thank you to, of course, our sponsors. Big thank you to, of course, World of Fun Under iRacing League, SpeedShop51.com, Spartan Transportation, Locked On Lads, check them out, lockedonlads.com, and Octane Inc. Until next time, on behalf of the team here at UltimateDirtTV and the management behind the scenes, this is Brett Wheeler signing off, saying good night.